All right, the next project for today is the power steering pump. So this is it. It bolts onto the side of the motor, goes into the back side of the timing cover housing. This gear drives off of the cam gear, as I recall, which drives the power steering pump. It's pretty simple. Got an O-ring here that seals the housing. Fortunately, the new filter did not come with one, but I think this one's okay. I wasn't having any leakage problems or anything like that anyway. So here's the new filter. A little smaller than the original, but I think it's fine. And it just sits on there evidently. And then you have this washer that centers it, a spring to keep it in place, a nut that goes down on here to hold all of that. I think we'll tighten that up just a little bit. Trying to find a wrench. Okay, so we'll just tighten that a little bit. Oh, that stud actually turns in there a little bit more. So there we go. Okay, so that's in. Seems to seat okay. I don't know, it's kind of funky. There's nothing, half of it's unsupported on the bottom for some reason. We get a shop towel here. Just kind of wipe this O-ring groove down a little bit, clean it up, clean the O-ring up. I think it's okay. Put that on there like so. And it just rests in the opening here of the reservoir. Indexing, I'm not sure of. There's nothing to register it on there, so I guess you kind of wing it. You might have to adjust it once I get it back on the tractor, possibly. Seems odd. Oh boy, that does not want to sit on there quite right. Missing something here? No? Let's get the dipstick out of it. Well, that's weird. The housing does not want to go on there straight. Look at this little. Okay, so it turns out the housing, this isn't concentric, so you have to line the housing up just right. So I took it apart and took it back off and fiddled with it until I found the right spot, and then I scribed a line on there so it'll line up properly now. So I've got a little line here somewhere right there. So we'll just get it all set up. You get it kind of dialed in, get it just right. I'm even gonna just tap it down a little bit. And then start the nut on here. Now there's a little, when I tore this down, there was a big glob of silicone under this nut. Turns out there's supposed to be a little gasket, so I just found a rubber drain plug gasket that I'm going to put on there. But I'm going to torque it down to seat that O-ring first. Make sure that we're sitting down. Yep, nice and tight all the way around. So now we'll back that off. And put the rubber washer under there. That should make sure that we don't have any leaks. This thing really doesn't have to be too tight. Just has to hold it on there now. It's pretty snug, so. Okay. That should take care of that. Here's the dipstick. Goes in there. We're all lined up. Here's our gasket. Goes under these bolts. And let's see. I think that's a little grungy there in that gear. I think I'll spray it with some brake cleaner. Clean that up. And that is ready to go. So we'll just get that, spray it all off. Okay, there's that. Here's our gasket. Hope the gasket fits right. Yep. Set that on there. Oh no, that is indexed. Okay. Rotate it around here until we get all the holes to line up. There we go. Okay. All right. One more assembly. It's ready to go on. Okay, there we go. Power steering pump, new filter, all sealed up, looking good. So we'll move on to the next. Okay, another important hang-on item is the oil filter adapter. So took it off. It's pretty simple. Obviously, this is where your oil filter would spin onto. So it bolts onto the side of the block like this. We got the bolts that go through. You saw those. I had taken all the plugs out of it and the actual spin-on adapter off of it in order to make sure that all of these ports were flushed out. And I brushed them all out, flushed them all out, so I could make sure there was no gunk remaining in there anywhere. So now I've just got to tighten these plugs and then put the adapter back on, and then we're set to bolt this on with this gasket to the block, and that part will be done. So let's get those. I'll find a Allen wrench here. Okay, so back here, let me. Okay, this clamp this up in my. Well, I'll tell you, my woodworking center here is just taking a beating. This is a melamine outfeed table. I have two table saws set up side by side here, and one is for normal ripping and cross-cutting and what have you, and the other one is dedicated to dados, and they're joined by this 8-foot long outfeed table, and it has just taken a beating over all this. I think I'm going to have to buy a new sheet and replace this when this project is all done. But anyway, so these just need to be tightened down. They're pipe plugs, so I'm not going to put anything on them. The old ones didn't have anything on them. I actually had to drill these out to get them out. They were so seized in there I couldn't get them out. So. Okay, so those two are in. Now these two. Okay. think they need any Teflon tape or anything on there. They should be sealing good since they're pipe threads. Okay, those are in. Now this oil fill, there's not a gasket under there, and I don't know if there's supposed to be. I better look real quick. I don't recall that there was, but who knows? Let's see, oil filter. Oil filter adapter. No gasket under there. So that just screws down on in there and seats in. So let me find a socket to fit that. Okay, oil filter housing complete. These bolts go in there. There's 2 short ones and 2 long ones. They go on this side. And the gasket here. Got to make sure that gasket gets oriented right so it doesn't block off any ports. Okay, and that's another housing and assembly ready to go.